Hey everybody, so I decided to start a YouTube channel called Fast Life Exotics and also post it on Instagram. And essentially it's going to be focusing on animals, everything dealing with kind of like having pets, nature, but also cooking. And so kind of the fast life, think of like fasting and then exotic animals. And the reason I guess I'll start why I got into animals. And so when I was a young kid, I had an accent because I was originally from the Soviet Union. And so I had a struggle of talking to people and communicating well. So what I found my safe space was cats and other things, and just finding things in nature and just always exploring. And so as I grew older and older, eventually once I got out of college, I got my first snake, which was a reticulated python, and he lived for really good time and really long time. Eventually I had to sell him. That's for a story down the line. But I always enjoyed having pets because I feel like I could count on them, and I feel like I could read their body language and understand when they're upset, when they don't want to be handled, or when they're okay or tolerant of handling, when they want to be fed. Just kind of reading them and reading their mannerisms was really interesting to me. But also just seeing the way that nature works. And then the reason I have so many pets right now is I wanted my kids to be more exposed to things and not be afraid of, spiders or scorpions or snakes, or piranhas for that matter. I just want them to be exposed to everything, learn about things, and they're constantly trying to educate, their peers at school. Like they'll talk about, oh, these are fossorial, or these are terrestrial, or these are arboreal tarantulas. And just little things like that. And I think it's really cool. The more you can spread positivity around animals, and the more you can spread information, it leads to less fear of things and helps people overcome challenges of potentially holding a tarantula or something like that. I also really enjoy cooking. That's the other aspect of this channel. I love just kind of picking out different flavors and seeing what I can create. And I'd say about 90% of the time it's really good. And then the other 10% of the time I just have to throw it in the trash and order from Grubhub because my creation failed. But I really enjoy pairing different flavors and learning about different cultures, and then also incorporating that into my food, mixing some different cultures here and there into certain cuisine that I make. And so I'll be posting videos of my recipes that I've created from the top of my head, how I prepare the meat, or how I season things, how I actually cook it, how long it takes with all directions. I'll also be posting videos of building certain things. So sometimes people buy an enclosure and they're not really sure how to build it. I'll have step-by-step videos of how to build these things, how to kind of space things out, and then also miniature care guides of how I take care of things. This is also just my opinion in terms of caring for certain things, and I've done my research online. I've watched YouTube channels like Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles and Tarantula Collective, and that's actually what got me into tarantulas, was Tarantula Collective. But I originally also got into snakes, was at Scott Smith Sell Animal Expo was when I first really started buying more exotic things. It was when I was in college. I bought that reticulated python, and actually I bought a rabbit as well for my sister. But that really got me into things, and this was also around the time that Brian Barczyk started his kind of YouTube channel. He's up and coming, and so I always got to see Chewy get bit by a snake, and I had this fear of getting bit by snakes for a long time, up until about a couple months ago, where I actually got bit by a snake for the first time ever. So essentially this channel is just going to be about my pets, different kind of animals, building certain things, nature, cooking. And if there's anything else that you guys want me to cover, I'm more than welcome to and more than willing to do that. So we're going to start out with just a small video of me rehousing a orange baboon tarantula from something that I bought at Scott Smith Sell Animal Expo into an enclosure, and then I'll show you what the enclosure looks like now as he's growing and growing and growing. But if there's anything that you guys want to see more from this channel, please let me know. Again, as I get better and better in this, the definition, animations, all that will keep on getting better. Thanks, everybody. All right, so today we got a new OBT, which is Orange Baboon Tarantula. Got him from Scott Smith's Animal Expo. And important things with these guys is you don't want to put them in too big of a place, because they'll escape and then it's game over. And when a tarantula escapes, they're not going to last very long. He's kind of environments. So, gotta make sure you don't lose it when you're rehoming them. All right, so right now, see him in that corner. We're gonna dump and close. Dump and close. Oh, he's still in there. Of course he would be. Of course he would be. All right, let's just, there we go. So this is the orange baboon tarantula enclosure right now. As you can tell, it's gotten a lot larger from when I first got it. Here he is right there. He's actually probably eating on a cricket right now that I put in there. Yep, yes he is. Hard to see that, but yeah. So there he is right there. He's gonna keep on growing. He's gonna get to about 5 inches or so. So yeah. So that's the first video. Thanks everybody for watching. I will try to post once a week.